Hey everybody, it's Wade with the Kingdom Report. Did you hear what I heard? Well, turns out the Magic Kingdom has gone Christmas. Oh my gosh. We need to go check things out because the holidays have arrived. And magic begins with Christmas. Let's go. Ah yes, all the Christmas glory begins as soon as you pass through the archway. Because here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Oh my. Do you feel the Christmas in your bones? I do. One thing I've always appreciated about Disneyland is the unbelievable horticulture team and what they do. Every year I look forward to seeing what they're going to do in these smaller sections where flowers don't have a whole lot of room and different foliage doesn't have a whole lot of room to grow. Here in Town Square, notice the poinsettias building almost a wall between one side and the other. Ducking on into the Emporium here on Main Street, lots of Christmas merchandise has arrived. Can't miss that. Nice. Do they have this onesie, an adult size? I'd like to wake up on Christmas morning wearing this. I don't know about you. I was into backpacks or bags like this. Seems awfully adorable, something I would definitely want to grab. Look at these designs. Beautiful Christmas designs. I have spotted an ugly Christmas sweater. Perfect. Over here. Little knickknacks. Keychains you can plug in. Are you on the naughty list? Chippendale always seem to be. Dale looks quite cozy. Those halls have been decked. Look at her in all of her beautiful majesty, where they had to appoint the snow on the various different rooftop platforms. Had to appoint that a little differently since Sleeping Beauty Castle recently went under a major overhaul, refurbishment in terms of color scheme and the way things looked. Got a lot of TLC, and now, dare I say, the snow looks better than ever. It would appear from this vantage point that the Tomorrowland paving and rock work situation is still happening. Walls all the way over to the Plaza Inn still, as they remove all of that 1998 rock work that was once there. Doing much the same thing over in this direction towards the Matterhorn. When this is all taken care of, there's going to be an awful lot more room in this area in which to see parades and fireworks. It's going to be great. Think of the flow and the ability to move around out here. Everything changes. Like I said, the way in which the snow has blessed this castle this year looks better than ever before. I do have to say that up close, the icicles on this castle have always been sort of an eyesore. If you've ever gotten really close to Sleeping Beauty Castle during the winter months, you'll see that it's hard to make these things look pretty. It's not like Walt Disney World Cinderella Castle where the lights just sort of drape across the brickwork that is very similar in color. So you never really have to worry about that there. Whereas here, they do this icicle effect, and it's spectacular at night, but during the day, hard to say it looks super duper pretty. Something that's been largely criticized for years is how much they don't decorate the backsides of the domestic castles here in North America, but look at that. Decorated all the way around here at Disneyland. That snow blew in not just on one side of the castle, but the other. The Fantasyland side. Also some Christmas merchandise you can take a look at. Get your Christmas oven mats! Think of all those cookies you're going to bake this season. Table runner for you there. A Frontier-esque Christmas tree in that there's very little on it. Can't have Christmas without Santa Mickey. Or any number of flannel jackets, Spirit jersey sweatshirts. Want to grab some of your Christmas attire for toddlers. A whole 3-piece set, look at that. Some stylish socks. The ridges on the bottom. My heavens. It's like some mini pajamas. And then, of course, bookending it, Santa Mini. Snow place like Disneyland Resort. And more ugly sweaters! It's like a Disney manger scene. Spectacular. Oh, snap! Got yourself some seasonal ears here. Christmasified. I'm really enjoying the designs this year. Just when you think they can't do anything else or get more creative, they do. This cup, from what I understand, quite popular. Red and green whipped cream and sprinkles. If you need a wreath, I know a place. And who doesn't love a good Mickey Nutcracker? How precious and adorable. That's part of the Disney Baby series. Only set you back $30, that's all. No big deal. Typically, Pioneer Mercantile has garlands strung along its gutter area and definitely around its pillars. I'm not seeing any of that. Might be a little too early in the season still. All of Frontierland, it appears, definitely having some struggles with the Christmas overlays so far. I'm sure it's on its way, just a little early still. Unfortunately, a lot of entertainment has recently been cut across Disney parks. One such show was, of course, the show that always took place in the Golden Horseshoe. Unfortunately, no show to speak of, but you'll see a magician has replaced what used to be a stage show. I've seen him inside Frontierland stores, I've seen him outside, I've seen him now inside of Golden Horseshoe. So he wanders around, showing people his magic. But something I have always appreciated is that the Golden Horseshoe always gets its halls decked as well for Christmas time. Just a shame that there won't be any live entertainment on stage this year to go with it. Something that I don't hear too much about is the Riverbell Terrace, now that they've switched over to a table service dinner just on one end of the restaurant, and that is this end over here. Haven't heard any glowing reviews, but I also haven't heard anything negative. I think it might be worth doing a dining review soon and seeing what the table service atmosphere is like over here. And there's nothing quite like the decorations throughout New Orleans Square this time of year, or Narlands, as I've been told to pronounce it from this point forward. I do appreciate the way that Jack has decked the halls inside of Port Royale shop here in New Orleans, Narland Square. Even see him flying above. Taking a look up at Club 33, always decorated so classy, just like the club. I recently did a dining review on the French Market, located right here on this channel. Be sure to check that out. But one of the things that I had mentioned was just how sort of untidy things have become here, and it forced me to grade it significantly lower than I would have liked. I gotta say, things continue to be a little disappointing here. Always stuff out on tables, and nothing ever seems to be quite cleaned up, even when they're not busy. Like, if they're slammed, I understand, but as I detailed in the review, when things are quiet, there's really no reason that any guest should be sitting in squalor or in dirty conditions, especially for the prices that people pay here. Something that I encourage you to check out if you'd like. Garland has gone up on New Orleans Square Station, Narland Square. Doesn't matter how slow or busy the park is, there is always a significant line at Haunted Mansion Holiday, and for good reason. And it would appear the Christmasification of Disneyland has reached all the way back to Critter Country. Gifts galore back here in Critter Country, where Pooh and his friends decided to stack up their gifts and prepare themselves for the holidays the right way, with gifts that say, "I love you this much." And just in case you needed a reminder as to where Santa needs to go, this way. Looks like Kanga's Roost is up here. Also well decorated, ready for the holiday season. With the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge here at Disneyland, they finally opened a path that has never been opened before, and that is right alongside the Hungry Bear restaurant in Critter Country. It used to be a dead end. Now this pathway is wide open, and it extends all the way to Galaxy's Edge. But before you get there, they've opened up the side of the restrooms that have always been here underneath the Hungry Bear restaurant. But now, wide open vista views have really lent themselves to not only this location, but all the way along this route. It's beautiful. The pathway really is winding and long through here, that's for sure. You really do feel like you're being transported somewhere else, which is pretty incredible. Suddenly the light posts begin to change. The rock work begins to change. Everything starts to change a little bit. And the first major sign, is that a droid or a trash can? Hard to tell. Over here at the yet to be opened Rise of the Resistance attraction, the last major element of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, everybody seems to be waiting for. It's supposed to blow your socks off. It's supposed to be spectacular. Cast members stationed outside. Answer any questions, but still unable to access Rise of the Resistance. Supposed to be coming along here at Disneyland in January. Now, as I understand it, Christmas does not exist on the planet of Batuu, nor does it in this galaxy. Could be wrong about that, but definitely haven't seen any Christmas decor. Probably won't see that. Further throwing off any potential master planning and theme here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Definitely no jingle bells back here. And back here in Toontown, Donald has decked his boat, or decked his deck. That's his deck. Yeah, his poop deck. Donald has decked out his boat for Christmas cheer. You also can't forget Goofy's house. He knows how to decorate for the holidays. Look at him, all that Christmas cheer. And there he is. Meeting and greeting. It's a holiday homecoming. Look at that. Good fun. And it wouldn't be Christmas without Mickey's house getting in the spirit. Don't forget Minnie. What's interesting is Goofy's house has decorations, Donald's boat has decorations, Minnie and Mickey's house, houses plural, they also have decorated, but Chip 'n Dale's treehouse, no decorations. Very interesting. It's almost as if they are acornostic. Is that the correct term in chipmunk speak? It's too bad. You can do a lot with a tree around this holiday, so how unfortunate. It appears work is still being done on the Fantasyland side of the Matterhorn, where a chunk of the Matterhorn fell. That's right, a chunk of the Matterhorn fell off. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Sounds like they just shut down this one side of the Matterhorn. The other side is still running, but lots of emergency construction went into taking care of this side of the Matterhorn. Thank you for joining me as we welcome the holidays at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure Park. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. Merry Christmas, everybody.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.